The world we live in is filled with wonders, but beneath its surface lies a layer of mystery. Cases that defy logic, events that science can't explain, in stories that challenge everything we think we know. Some are eerie, some are tragic, some feel almost otherworldly. Welcome to a journey into the unknown. Here are the top 5 unsolved mysteries that continue to leave experts and everyday people scratching their heads. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. It was supposed to be a routine expedition. A group of 9 experienced Soviet hikers setting out to trek through the Ural Mountains in 1959. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group was well prepared for the harsh conditions, but what they encountered, no one could have predicted. Weeks later, a search party found their tent abandoned, slashed open from the inside. Shoes and warm clothes had been left behind in the freezing snow. The hikers' bodies were discovered scattered across the area. Some frozen, some with bizarre injuries. One had a shattered skull, another had broken ribs. Injuries that forensic experts compared to a car crash. Even more disturbing, one of the women was missing her tongue and eyes, and yet there were no signs of a struggle with another human or animal. Radiation was detected on their clothes, and the only footprints in the snow? Belonging to the hikers themselves. What happened that night? Theories range from an avalanche, to military experiments, to infrasound-induced panic, but no explanation fits all the facts. Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in history. Number 2. The disappearance of Flight MH370, March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing with 239 people on board. But just 38 minutes after takeoff, it vanished from radar. No distress call, no warning, nothing. Investigators eventually discovered the plane had deviated from its flight path, turning sharply west, flying for hours off course. Then, silence. Extensive search operations spanned over 120,000 square kilometers of ocean. Only a few pieces of debris, washed up on beaches thousands of miles away, were ever recovered. No black box, no definitive cause, no confirmed wreckage. Some believe it was a deliberate act by the pilot. Others suspect mechanical failure or even hijacking. And then, there are those who think the truth is being hidden. In the age of satellites, transponders, and 24/7 surveillance, how can a modern airliner just disappear? To this day, MH370 remains one of the most baffling aviation mysteries ever. Number 3. The wow signal. For a brief moment in 1977, we may have heard something incredible. A message from the stars. Astronomer Jerry Ammon was analyzing data from Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. Suddenly, a powerful narrowband radio signal was detected coming from the constellation Sagittarius. It lasted 72 seconds, long enough to register clearly, but never heard again. Ammon was so stunned, he circled the signal on the printout and wrote just one word beside it: wow. It became known as the wow signal. One of the strongest candidates for extraterrestrial communication ever recorded. It didn't match any known natural source or human-made transmission. The signal appeared once and then vanished forever. Decades of research, follow-ups, and sky scans have failed to explain it. Was it a broadcast from an alien civilization, a cosmic fluke, or something we're still too primitive to understand? We may never know, but it remains the most tantalizing hint that we're not alone in the universe. Number 4. The Zodiac Killer. During the late 1960s and early 70s, terror gripped the streets of Northern California. A serial killer who called himself the Zodiac sent chilling letters to newspapers, mocking police, and including strange ciphers. He claimed to have murdered as many as 37 people, though only 5 were ever officially confirmed. The Zodiac's letters were filled with cryptic messages, symbols, and taunts. One letter included a cipher that wasn't decoded until over 50 years later, in 2020. Despite an enormous investigation, dozens of suspects, and thousands of tips, the killer was never caught. His final letter simply read, "I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." The case inspired movies, books, and endless theories. Was he a military man? A school teacher? A nobody hiding in plain sight? To this day, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains one of America's most infamous unsolved crimes. Number 5. The Tao's Hum. Imagine living in a quiet desert town, only to be constantly followed by a low, droning hum. That's the strange reality for many residents of Taos, New Mexico. Since the early 1990s, dozens have reported hearing a persistent humming sound, almost like a distant engine. But here's the thing, not everyone can hear it, and scientists can't locate a source. Researchers have investigated everything from electromagnetic frequencies to underground activity. Nothing definitive has been found. The Tao's hum is so puzzling, it even prompted a congressional investigation in the 90s. Some believe it's caused by industrial equipment miles away. Others blame tinnitus, mass hysteria, or even top-secret government experiments. Whatever the cause, the hum remains. For some, it's a harmless oddity. For others, it's a source of insomnia, anxiety, and frustration. But one thing's certain, it's real, and it's still unsolved. Some mysteries challenge science. Others challenge our understanding of reality itself. And some simply refuse to be explained. These 5 cases are just the tip of the iceberg. The more we explore, the more we realize. The world is full of shadows, secrets, and questions waiting in the dark. Do you have a theory about any of these mysteries? Which one do you think is closest to being solved? Or do you believe some questions are never meant to be answered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the world's most mysterious stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and never stop asking questions.